Well, Rollins was hurt, of course. I'm sure if you didn't know that, you're probably, I don't know how you found this podcast, but were you shocked when that happened?
No, I'm never shocked when a guy gets injured.
Really? I mean,
ever.
I just think that the timing of it with Cena out, with Orton out, you just found out with, Bryan out, Sting just got hurt. You just found out about, Nikki Bella, of all people, just suffered a back injury. So all these people are hurt. You're thinking, well, shit, it's really about Rollins now. It can be Rollins' show. He's in the midst of this great title run, but then, boom. Did you watch the little video that they had of it happening?
No, I don't like watching that kind of stuff. I just take the word for everyone else. Well, he hurt himself, and
but the thing was, it didn't even look like anything.
Yeah, because he's good at what he does.
He landed, and then that was it.
But when you're talking about MCLs and ACLs, it's never about what turns or what doesn't turn. It's about just recently, Arian Foster. He's just running. It's non-contact. He goes down, ACL. He's gone for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Very much like Rollins here. So with what they had, I feel like it was a great show. But, it did seem like it wasn't as good as, the last few weeks.
Well, I think there's but so much, and this is the thing about WWE, and this is one of the things that I go, well, I'm more of a storyline guy. The last 2 weeks is that we've been in dire straits for just some good, simple storyline and just some good-ass wrestling.
Yeah, I'm all about a tournament. This is pretty awesome.
Right? But there's a critical mass when it comes to this shit. We've already had 2 weeks of just straight up a tournament and then a good wrestling show. Another wrestling show would just wear thin. It's time to tie some things together. Now, a tournament, a championship tournament is great. It's all good. But, again, it hits critical mass in terms of just where's all this going? What are the storylines? Unlike the New Japan, what we just saw, that was blatantly setting up matches.
Yeah.
At the end. This wasn't happening with this episode of Raw. You lost, you just left. There was nothing tied in to nothing. Okay, you look at this first match, Roman Reigns versus Big Show. Because, all right, first, it opens with Triple H, and Triple H, you couldn't come up with a better line than, be my man. Bro, you couldn't.
Well, there is those rumors that are out there.
Well, I don't care about rumors. I'm just saying, man. Chill with the suspect. Chill it with the suspect. That was weird. You said it 4 times, too. Be my man.
And then, Reigns turns it down, says, he's not that kind of guy,
Yeah, dude, yeah. I kind of like him with tits and ass is what he said. No, but basically, it's the...
I really just prefer a big old set of tits.
Yeah, Have you seen my wife? But, basically, it's Satan with Jesus. They're standing on top of the world. Triple H is Satan. Sorry, Roman Reigns is Satan. No, but Triple H is Satan. Roman Reigns is Jesus. He looks like a Jesus drawn anyway. But he's standing on top of the world and say, "This all could be yours. Someone can face you at the final, and this could all be yours. And hell, we even just give you the fucking belt. You can be chosen, or you can refuse it and go to the back of the line. Be my man. We'll separate it between you and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins did whatever it takes to be the top guy. You won't." So we didn't choose you. I actually thought of you first before Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Kind of shit. And it's take your opportunity and shove it. This is why I chose Seth rather than you, because you're a fucking loser. Welcome to the back of the line. Your first opponent is Big Show.
Yeah. This is an alright little match. Real quick. Big Show, I think he does a chokeslam, kicks out, and then he answers with a spear and a punch and a spear. Yeah, kind of your first Raw match.
LOL, Roman wins. But, you're talking about that first segment itself. Triple H wouldn't stop talking.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the problem for like 15 years.
I was like, what? And like, I'm thinking Roman's gonna say something, but Triple H was like, nah. And at the same time, I'm like, yeah, Triple H, keep talking. It was like it was 2-ply where it's like you're talking too much, but you're keeping Roman Reigns from talking. I'm fine with that. But that alone was like 25 minutes. That was a 25-minute segment. Segment into match. Impressive stuff. And it doesn't lead to anything, I guess.
I mean, Roman's going on to the second round.
Roman looks like he's going to be battling Triple H at some point, and rather than Rollins, because we're talking Rollins and Triple H at WrestleMania. That's the talk.
Yeah, I think Rollins is yeah, they said 5 to 6 months, and
no
6 to 8 months.
Nope, he's gone for a year. ACL and MCL. It's worse to have one. Achilles tear, you're out for a season. You're out for a season, an entire year. MCL, maybe 9 to 10. But Adrian Peterson of the fucking Minnesota Vikings has fucked up that theory. But he's a man-child. He's something completely different. It's like Bo Jackson knocking a home run with a replacement hip. You got freaks of nature, and you got the rest of us humans.
Well, but it's I don't know, it's wrestling shape. It's not football shape. I think.
Nah, man. Achilles.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I heard 6 to 8 months. But even at that,
it's the same ligament.
Even at that, it's not. WrestleMania's in 4 or 5, so he can't get ready.
He's gonna be back for the Royal Rumble next year.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think SummerSlam, man.
Not SummerSlam. There's no way in hell he's back for SummerSlam. A year. He's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, just take my word for it.
Then we had the next tournament match was Kevin Owens versus Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil, mega over, great worker, I would say. Not mega over, but I feel like he's got his fan base, man. People, the push Titus O'Neil thing on Twitter, everyone, I mean, people cheered for him there.
He had a moment on SmackDown where he was about to get over. Like, he had a moment, and it was like a Face of Fear Survivor Series 4-on-4. It was the primetime players with the Lucha Dragons versus the Wyatts. And they set it up to where Titus O'Neil was the last guy. The Wyatt family had a clean sweep, but it got to Titus O'Neil. And I'm like, at the end, I'm just waiting for Titus O'Neil to be the last guy against 4. There was this opportunity in wherever the fuck they were, Colorado Springs. It was his moment for the crowd to just really get behind him. Yeah. I mean, that's the ultimate babyface spot. 4-on-1, where's your heat? Where's the heat? It fell flat.
Oh, come on.
It fell flat, man. I was so mad. I was so disappointed, man. I was sitting back going like, this is his moment. Let's go. Come on, crowd. This could be a make-or-break moment for him.
I think they knew that. I mean, everyone knows that they're gearing up to face Taker. They're not going to lose to these guys. I think that's a little different, man.
No, I'm not talking about them winning or losing. I knew he was going to lose.
I know, but I think everyone just saw it like right away. He's not going to beat any of these guys. Like, they're gearing up to face Taker.
But that's not what wrestling's all about. It's about defying the odds. It's about the fantasy of the underdog going over. Sure. And if you put Daniel Bryan in that spot, the place is losing their mind.
Oh, well, I mean...
You put John Cena in that spot, people losing their mind. You put anyone in that spot, they're losing their mind. You put Randy Orton against 4 against 1.
Well, you're mentioning all former world champions. Titus O'Neil has only won the tag title for a brief moment.
You put Cesaro in that situation. The crowd is losing their mind.
Sure. I don't think that's indicative to how good Titus O'Neil is.
All I'm saying is, I mean, you said Cesaro's not been a champion, but he's a favorite. And to put him in that situation, it would have been a firehouse. He would have went down in flames, but whoever in the back creative, oh yeah, that's something in that kid.
Yeah.
The crowd likes that. What? And this is that opportunity for Titus O'Neil, and it fell flat.
Well, I thought he did great in this match here where like Owens is, slapping him. Titus catches it. That was a great spot right there. Answers with slaps of his own. But then, of course, it was a real quick match, like all these kind of tournament matches were. You just pop up power bombs out of it.
The only thing that stood out about this match was the Owens promo as he went in.
You like that? Where he shits on the royal family and everything?
Well, yeah. Like, that's the point. You're a heel. You're supposed to shit on the city.
Yeah.
Shit on him. Like, that's something I miss about, like, wrestling. Like, last week, last Raw, it was Stephanie and Triple H shitting on the Denver crowd. And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to shit on the Denver crowd. Let a bad guy do it. That's why y'all don't need any more heat. Let this young fucking guy, let Tyler Breeze cut a fucking promo on how everyone's ugly in Denver. Yeah,
sure.
You gotta be high to date someone in this motherfucker kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Kevin's got his heat. I thought it was great. Especially coming from a guy who's not American.
Yeah, Canadian. Yeah,
he's French Canadian.
For sure.
And there is a French Canadian royal family.
Oh,
as
really?
well. So it's like the hypocrisy of it all.
Yeah, I didn't know all that. So,
well, if you talk about MLS, say
MSL,
Mr. Saint Laurent,
yeah,
he's from royalty. He's French Canadian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the irony of him shitting on a royal family and him actually having a royal.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I didn't know Canada had that. That's awesome.
Yeah, but hill out on the fucking crowd, man.
Of course.
Bring that back.
101, yeah, hell yeah. Paige with Renee Young in the bag. Paige just pretty much cuts a promo saying, she's going to whoop Becky Lynch's ass.
A bitch in the cunt.
Yeah. She's pretty,
Once I take out the B, then I take out the C. And, Renee Young, because she calls out Renee Young, too, on the fact that she's falsely accusing her.
Yeah.
And it's just that tension between the two of them. That's nice. I like to see that.
Just kind of I mean, not to the same degree, but to like The Rock and Kevin Kelly back in the day, the Paige, Renee.
But this was real heat though. This is straight up.
Do you think something happened there?
This is shoot. Yeah, this is they're at each other's throats. I would almost compare it to Rock. Well, I mean, it gets all comedy. The thing when it was Rock was all comedy.
Yeah, that's the thing. But
Cole, say Rock and Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Because he hates Cole. You saw there was actual hate, but he was a bully. But Renee is fighting back, She's she's all Barbara Walters and shit.
I like the new Renee that we've been seeing the last few weeks. But this match was great, where they go into the the tie up and they spill to the outside and everything. And then it ends with a big table spot. I mean, nothing breaks, but I haven't seen a Divas table spot ever.
You know what?
That I can think of.
There's a lot of spots over this Divas Revolution thing that I've never seen before.
Yeah, which is cool.
A lot of things. Yeah, it's cool, but do something about it, Okay, hey, cool spot, great. What does it lead to?
Dude, it leads... man, I'm telling you guys, the Divas... matches for the last 10 years were a joke. Ever since Trish and Lita left, it just was the slow decline to the Kellys and Brie Bellas. So now that we have two good, semi-decent to good to great Divas matches on Raw every week, that is the revolution right there. It's you no longer have to turn away. It's no longer a piss break. It's a Divas match. And I feel like that's all people got caught up in the hype of it all when Charlotte Flair said she was going to headline WrestleMania or whatever. But that's on. They got to say that for TV purposes, but I think what they can't say is we're not shitty anymore, which is what the Divas Revolution means. It's not shitty anymore should be the tagline.
Well, anyway, what I thought was interesting is that Lynch wins, and she gets a handful of tights, which I think is crap. Babyfaces shouldn't be going for a handful of tights. Ziggler is infamous for grabbing a handful of tights. I think there's even one moment where I think Becky Lynch tries to get a win with her legs on the ropes. It gets caught by the referee, and I'm just like, what are you doing? What the fuck? What? I know win by any means, but Paige should be doing that, not you, Becky Lynch. Save, Flair comes in with the save after the handful of tights victory, and I go, okay, all right, you won the battle. Now let's just see how this match plays out. Again, I'm not a big fan. I mean, the pedigree's there, but I'm not a big fan of Charlotte's in-ring ability. Once they do meet up for that belt, I see Paige getting it back.
Yeah, for sure.
And I see her actually I see Paige carrying the match almost completely.
Yeah, because I see what you're saying, and I definitely see it going back to Paige because it's better to have it on this new Paige heel character. The reason the victory with Charlotte winning is beating Nikki and then having the title like Ric Flair had the title. So you already got everything you could get out of a Charlotte title run, and Flair's also known for having like the 16 time, the whatever time. So that means he had to lose that many times. Right. So that means Charlotte Flair needs to lose to get that. I 5 times, 6 times, whatever, what have you. But then we had The Miz and Ziggler versus Ziggler. Anytime these guys wrestle, there's like good chemistry with these guys. I guess they're both from Cleveland.
Ziggler versus a sack of tomatoes.
That's whatever. And then
I came to play. That's a price to pay. Time for you to get up on your knees and pray. I came to play, so stay out of my way.
It was a great match.
Play.
It was a great match. Just like last week was a great match, but I mean we had whatever.
Ziggler wins with a super kick.
Yeah, not much to it. Very, very quick match.
Very quick. Too much wrestling, actually. It's like wrestling overload by now. It's just like, okay. give me a break somewhere. Like, let me laugh at something. Give me like something. And then you get a promo. Del Rio.
Yeah, it comes out to the on the top of the ring. But I thought he was going to wrestle in a tournament match.
Yeah, I thought he was too, but that's SmackDown.
Yeah, they just cut the tournament. Yeah,
they just came out to basically hill on the British crowd. The haters.
Yeah, it was weird. There's just something fishy about it. Still, there's something fishy about this Mexico-America thing.
Mex-America?
Yeah. With these two guys.
Well, it would be funny. It would be a waste because ultimately you're trying to turn Del Rio babyface. And it seems that it's all a ruse. You're Paul Bearer, basically Zeb Colter's Paul Bearer. And he's going to turn on Alberto Del Rio. It's all a ruse to get Jack Swagger and to make Del Rio to the Mexican babyface. It's possible. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens for that payoff. But they just cut a promo and leave. Naomi versus Natalya.
Yeah, no doubt. This match was real quick match, but Natty wins with the roll up, and then the crowd was chanting "We want Sasha" the whole time. That was pretty much the entire story. They put it into the storyline. Sasha comes back and attacks Natty. Natty gets the upper hand, puts her in the sharpshooter, but then Tamina answers, and then Team Bad kind of all take Natty down, and then ends with the Sasha Banks putting the Banks statements on Natty. I really wish this match was a little bit longer because I think Naomi and Natty that's a match to watch. I think they could have gone a little longer.
But we've seen this match before. Like
sure.
Especially when it was like the Usos and
that's Cesaro and Kid.
Yeah, and they would go in and basically you look at like a Divas Revolution before they actually did the whole Divas Revolution, just how they were combating in the ring amongst guys was something that was brilliant.
Sure, yeah,
killing it.
Yeah, we've seen it before, but that doesn't make it good.
Make it good now? Well, at that time, it was made into a really good story, and you saw these two girls that should have had the belts. At that time.
Yeah.
Natty's awesome in the ring. She's great. Naomi, she's an up and comer. Her athleticism, she makes it look easy. So you had those two going at it, and we were just witnessing greatness. Like people who were hungry. Time has passed. They didn't do anything. They didn't really run with that storyline. You got right now, Natalya, her head isn't ultimately ended because she was looking out for her husband, Her husband's health is number one priority.
Sure.
That's the father, that's the father to her children. Naomi has just kind of been, I think somebody just changed their mind on her. Someone just said, hey, we thought we had something there. No, we don't got anything there. So, fast forward to this moment, and that glimmer that they once had of both two hungry, very focused wrestlers is just gone.
I wouldn't say all that, man. I just think it was a quick match, man. I think they realized they didn't have a lot of time, and they weren't going to spoil any of their good spots for just a real quick match. That was supposed to be a beatdown finish anyways. I think there's still good Natty Naomi matches in our future.
I hope so. Mm-hmm. But again, we're talking about two different time periods. Now versus then.
Springtime
it's going to be tough.
Wintertime.
I just stop fucking around and make the Usos heels.
Oh, they can't do that. That's the scene of the tag division, man.
Whatever,
they can't be doing that, man.
Whatever. I could see them totally going heel.
And then I think we had a really great match here. Sheamus versus Cesaro. Sheamus with King Barrett.
It's all about Rooney. This is all about Rooney.
Yeah, okay, we can get this spot. I think Cesaro did a really good job selling his arm. Like, I mean, for a few seconds there, before the announcers played into it, I was just like, shit, man, is he hurt too? Fuck.
Now, here's my thing. Yeah, it looked like a stinger. I mean, even in the play, it looked like a stinger. But here's the thing. You know I'm always about a Cesaro-Sheamus match. This was lackluster. It was almost as if...
Well, they had to set up to Rooney on the outside, which was hilarious. What happened there?
Well, the lackluster match. I'm just putting it out there. I was very disappointed in both performances from Cesaro and Sheamus, who I love. You know, that just beat each other up, man. Just fucking Ishii versus
Hanma.
You know, like just go at it, dog. Yeah. Just go at it. Like,
well, you don't think they were doing that with the uppercuts and then the big
yeah, it just
drop
didn't
kick
come
spot?
off the same though. It just because we knew like they were rushing. How about that? It felt rushed. Well, anyway, Barrett goes over first. You know, the action ends up in front of Rooney because during the commercial break, Barrett actually calls out Rooney. Rooney's in the crowd, whatever. He calls him out, calls him a punk. You don't want to see your kid get your ass kicked. You don't want to see your kids. You don't want your kids to see you get your ass kicked.
Yeah,
you're jabroni. So when the action ended up over near Rooney, Sheamus is talking shit to Rooney, and then he goes back in the ring, and then Barrett starts to talk shit. He follows up on his shit talking. And he sells the living shit out of like just a straight slap to the face. It wasn't even like a cock back. It was just like you know, and he act like he just got hit with a stunner.
It should have been a kick, man, being a soccer player and all, but I don't know.
Was that a flop? Maybe that was his version of a flop.
Yeah, that's how they acted over there.
Because he only like, you know, it was like oh, here you go. And he dropped full back bump.
Boom, who's that, man?
A full back bump on a little swat to the face. But I thought it was pretty cool that, you know, one of the biggest, you know,
Manchester United,
yeah, one of the biggest athletes in England got a piece of, like, you remember when Raw was in Buffalo and like the Buffalo Bills was out there and the action ended up in their corner.
Yeah, Randy Orton took out.
Yeah, and
I forgot who he took over there, but like I think it was a Bo Dallas.
It'd have been so cool. Yeah, because he shits on him.
Yeah.
It'd have been so cool just to get one of those guys to get like, you know, just a little fake little lick in. But like they missed that opportunity because I think it would have been a shoot. You know, yeah, like it wouldn't have ended well. But here they set it up and they got one of their biggest. I bet, you know, because England is tabloid heavy. I bet that shit was all over.
I watched at my job, the TV was on ESPN News, and that played like 2 or 3 times on ESPN News. And
Rooney getting fisticuffs with Wade Barrett. Hey, good spot for Barrett. Hey, kudos for King Barrett for getting. It's almost like when Seth Rollins and Stewart.
Yeah, it is. It's well, I mean, I don't know the scale because I'm not over there. I don't know anything really about that, but yeah, I guess it is like that. I mean, like, but I think it ties in real well with this new ESPN deal they have, which I think is very good for the WWE. Even to have the little highlights and to interview the Usos like they did.
But Rooney isn't ESPN as much as it is MSNBC. The Premier League is an NBC product.
Sure. Well, I mean, I was not saying just the Rooney thing. I said like the new deal that they have with ESPN.
I haven't watched a single one of those yet.
They're not that good for us, but for like I would say for non-wrestling fans, even if 1% more tune in now, you know.
But the Cesaro roll up is how we end this. It kind of botches, you know. You can tell they're a little tired, but the Cesaro roll up, he kind of loses. And you see Sheamus sort of hook his leg back in.
Yeah.
He's tired. I mean, the way he works, you can't have them all great.
2-week European tour, you know, everyone's getting hurt.
Yeah, everyone's getting tired, blown up, you know. But he ends with a Cesaro roll up. They need to go ahead and just call that shit that, and just thank me later. Summer Breeze in the back. Summer Breeze makes me feel fine. With Young, and I think he's just talking about how great I am. I'm pretty, you're not. He heals on Young. He's like, calls her ugly. Then he tells her to back up. Back up. Yeah. Damn, dude. Because she's pretty fucking hot, you know? He's a piece of shit.
And wrestling, her man.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I know. Right.
This was an alright. I mean, just like we've all said, alright little match, man. I mean, Dean wins.
Alright, I'm gonna say this off camera because this is a very much. I hope you hear me in the mic. You can't see me, but you can hear me. What the fuck kind of in-ring debut do you give this motherfucking Tyler Breeze? Are you shitting me? This guy just shows up. He's coming up from NXT. Where's the impact? This is my heel moment, guys. This is my heel moment. Where's the impact? This is his in-ring debut on a fucking main roster. And you gonna fucking job out? Job out? Are you serious? I don't give a fuck what the stakes are. It's your in-ring debut. You remember when Charlotte showed up and she fucking went down in flames? It should be as much fucking, like, heat. Much more pissed off. Because this is Tyler Breeze, man. We've been talking about Tyler Breeze coming in, making an impact for how many months now?
6.
And then as soon as he gets the fuck up there, he jobs the fuck out? What the fuck kind of shit is that? You got a fucking feud coming up with a guy that don't mean shit anymore. With Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear that kid? That little kid?
That's what you get for messing with Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
That's what you get. But I ain't done yet.
That kid was marking out. Well, what's up, man?
The fuck, WWE? No one stands a chance anymore. You got all these open fucking slots with everyone hurt and gone, and you give this guy, this young dude, this opportunity to maybe make a name and make an impact, and you fucking job him out. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You at least could have put him up against Bo Dallas in this fucking tournament and given him the victory over Dallas.
Yeah, and then it would have built a Breeze and Ziggler in the second round.
Yes!
That's something I noticed right away.
I'm back, guys.
Yeah, it could have. I definitely saw it because if you look at the way the brackets were laid out, it was like, oh, well, Breeze is going to win this match, and then Ziggler's going to win this match. That was supposed to fade like.
Puff.
They put it in the second round, man. I have no clue why they didn't build to that, but
so that was my Peter Hill moment. I haven't had one of those in a while. That pissed me off. That really pissed me off.
And then we go to a New Day promo.
And I'm not even a Tyler Breeze fan.
Well, you don't like Tyler Breeze?
I mean, I'm not a fan.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I like him, but I'm not like, I'm not like marking out for the guy. But like, I want to see him succeed.
Yeah, sure.
I'm a naysayer. I was like, hey, I don't think this is going to translate over. Blah, 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 blah. Prove me wrong.
You couldn't do it?
You didn't prove me wrong. You proved me to be right. Fuck this gimmick.